Neil, is there an added bit of motivation going into this one, given it's Cluj again?
Yeah, possibly. It's quite recent, and we know that it was a game that got away from us, and there's always an opportunity in football, maybe to, right or wrong, if you want to put it that way. But maybe a little bit extra motivation for the players. But the motivation is that we've started the group well, and we're at home, and it's important to try and reinforce the home advantage when you can.
Can too much be made of that, or point to prove, revenge, all that sort of stuff?
Well, I mean, you can use it as a motivation so long as the players, don't get too over emotional and, play aggressively but play controlled. We're looking forward to the game. It's the first home game in the group stage, and we're very excited about it. I think Cluj are a good team. They've proved that. Since they played us, they're very close to knocking out Slavia, and then they get a good result against Lazio. So all in all, take away all the bad stories if you want. It's going to be a tough game for us, but one that we're ready for.
In terms of your team, how would you feel you've developed since then?
Well, it's a new back four more or less. A new goalkeeper, and we've been on a really good run since then. More or less won every game apart from the weekend. So I've been delighted with the reaction and the style of play and the motivation that the players have.
Do you approach this one differently then from last time?
It's a good question. Well, we wanted to win the game the last time, so we want to win the game tomorrow. So in terms of our approach, no, we've got a bit more familiarity with the opposition, but that's about it really. I think again we're just focusing on how we approach the game. We need to start play better than we did. The first game or the home game against Cluj, we played quite well away from home in the tie, but our first half performance wasn't up to the usual standards, so we need to address that.
In terms of the overall group, Neil, you going in with a confidence that because it is so open, you can win every game, and you go into that with that mindset?
I think we can beat everybody in the group and vice versa. I think all the teams, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I think every team is capable of taking points off each other, so I expect the group to be tight.
In that sense, how crucial are then the points you pick up at home especially?
It's always the same, home advantage, you got to try and maximise it. Looking forward to European night under the lights again, and a big atmosphere, big crowd, and I hope the players, connect with that and respond to it as well.
Defensively, you've been a lot more sounded, and obviously since bringing in the new faces, you mentioned that after the Cluj result last time, you conceded 4 goals at home. You must be a lot more confident in the back four that any team coming here won't be getting 4 goals against you, especially at home.
Well, you don't want to be confident, overconfident. I think that's the wrong word. We've good belief about ourselves now. There's decent cohesion and understanding. Of course, players have got a lot of match rhythm now and game time and a familiarity with the way we play. So, in that respect, yeah, we're in a better place maybe now than we were then.
You must be pleased with the way your team has played since that match.
I'm delighted. We've made a super start to the season. Whether it be domestically or in Europe, I thought the performance in Rennes was, excellent. And we've carried on in the same vein domestically, and we're playing well, scoring goals. And there's a good cohesion and understanding within the team. We're not taking Cluj lightly at all. We respect them, and I think they're a highly motivated team who play, a certain way that suits their style, and they do it very well.
From memory, I think they employed quite a high press the last time they came.
Did they? Yes.
Are you expecting that again? Are you going to cope differently?
Look, you just got to try and manage the game. So we hopefully be ready for a high press, or if they play, sit in office. It's up to us. We're at home. We're a front foot team. We want to try and take the game to them at every possibility. We did that very well in the second half, but we left ourselves a lot to do after conceding the first goal and playing passively. So it's important that we look at that and learn from that.
People in sport talk about exactly that learning. Would you have done anything differently looking back now to that one match?
Yeah, you always look at things in hindsight, but some of the players just weren't ready, so they can make a big issue of it. To score 3 goals at home and not go through is, disappointing from our point of view. So again, you learn from it, and we have an opportunity to put that right.
You think your team are essentially in parts a different team to that night? How much do you think Cluj have developed since that night as well?
It was interesting, against Lazio they deployed a back three, but they haven't gone that way again since. So, again, they may bring that into their thinking. The personnel hasn't changed that much. There's a few, in terms of centre forward. Rondon hasn't played that much. We know there might be a doubt over Imrani, but the midfield is the same more or less, and they've changed the centre halves as well. So there's been a few personnel changes with them, and sometimes, a slight change of formation as well.
Neil, do you feel the amount of shots we're having with target can help charge the atmosphere, or is that something we discussed with the players?
Yes, yeah. I think it's important to start the game well, and watch this over the piece, and we are getting. I want us to get ahead of steam up. Obviously, that's important, and obviously, we have to be wary of Cluj trying to negate that or taking the game to us. But I'm expecting the game to be high octane, and that's what the kind of performance I want from us, and to get the crowd going as quickly as I can, because that's a real added factor for us at home.
Neil, have you got any injuries going into the game? I think you said Mikey Johnson and Beaton, are they back in contention?
Maggie, he's trained the last couple of days, but he's a little bit sore, so he may be a doubt to be in the squad. Beaton should be okay. Griffiths isn't up to speed yet either, so he'll miss out. And we're waiting on seeing how Tom Rodgick is as well.
Just on Mikey Johnson, you've got 4 players in the Scotland squad, but how far do you think Mikey Johnson is away from being in the senior team?
I mean, he needs consistency of performances, and he needs to play, a little bit more. I think before. I think he's been called up to the 21s, which, is pleasing from his point of view. He does bring an extra dimension to the way we play when he's fit and sharp. We miss him sometimes, but he's a work in progress. And we're delighted with the progress that he's making. And hopefully, we'll see him sooner rather than later back on the pitch. But in terms of Scotland, maybe just too soon for him just yet.
Is Ellen Massey in your thoughts for getting
Yes. Yes. So he definitely come into contention. He's got good European pedigree, and he's really up to speed now in terms of his fitness, and he's had a few run-outs now, so he's looked good in training as well.
Neil, a lot to talk about your old teammate Henrik Larsson getting back into the game. How much does he have to offer? Would be good to see him back in management.
I'd love to see him back in the game. He's got a wealth of knowledge, very intelligent guy. He was a very intelligent player. He's got a bit of experience now. The coaching side knows the game. Might be a bit of a different culture for him to go into if he is going to go into South End, but it'll be an interesting one, and if he does take it, then obviously we wish him all the best. Okay, cheers, thanks.